welcome to this mock interview. And would you like to introduce yourself? You can tell me your background, where you studied, what are you currently doing?
Yeah, ma'am. Myself, Sagar. I have completed my graduation in Amravati University, and later on, I have worked as some teaching profession for 3 years, ma'am. After that, I shifted to my career to IT. Initially, I started as a QA tester, where I am responsible for identifying the bugs. While identifying the bugs, I found some defects and some security authentication failures. While identifying that, I found some defects and vulnerabilities. This moved to move towards me to cybersecurity. So I moved to cybersecurity, where I am responsible for monitoring the alerts and identifying whether they are true positive or false positive, and creating some critical incidents, and if they are confirmed as a true positive, and forwarding to the L2. And from last 1 year, I am working as a cybersecurity SOC analyst in Cybervie.
Okay, that's wonderful. You told me that you did teaching, isn't it? What did you
Yeah,
teach?
yeah. Actually, I went for teaching in my school standards, ma'am, up to 6 to 10, and some mathematics and science subjects.
Okay, that's nice. And after that, you worked as a tester and now you have moved into
Yeah,
cybersecurity.
ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. You didn't tell me what moved you into cybersecurity, but what strong reason you have that you want to pursue your career in cybersecurity?
Uh, one, uh, One of the strong reason is first initially I worked as QA tester, ma'am. I found some bugs like that there. And after that, I found that in QA, and we know that the world is upgrading to AI. In testers, like testers and some development process, maybe in future it may be taken the hands of AI.
Mhm.
But in cybersecurity, it is also a part of it. Some part of AI will be in hands of cyber AI also, but there should be a manual intention in this domain, so I shifted to cybersecurity.
Okay. And what is your role as a SOC analyst? What does your
As
day-to-day
a so
work look
yeah,
like?
as a L1, my roles and responses will be like 24/7 monitoring of alerts, and initial triage, where identifying whether they are true positive or false positive, and creating incident tickets and upgrading them. Um, and also like if they are confirmed as a positive incidents, so they are moving to L2, and some initially blocking some IPs and some IPs, and collecting some in screenshots of incidents.
Okay. And what is the difference between SOC level 1, level 2, and level 3?
Sorry, ma'am. I can't.
Difference between level 1 SOC analyst, level 2 analyst, and level 3 analyst. Are you a level 1 or level 2 analyst?
Yeah, I'm a level 1 analyst, ma'am.
Okay, so your job requires you to monitor alerts,
Monitoring the alerts. Yes, ma'am. Initial.
investigate
As
incidents.
yes, ma'am.
Okay,
As
and
a
it
level two analyst, their job is to deep dive investigation, and they will deep dive the investigation, and mm, they're validating the incidents, and they are co-writing correlation events, collecting the logs from and forensic analysis, and develop some detection rules. And yeah, these are the roles and responsibilities, level 2 and level 3.
okay, level 2 they do investigation and containment of the instance,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
what do
yeah. they do invest containment actions like blocking the IPs and contamination actions.
And what do level 3 do then?
Level 2, they do like threat hunting. They develop the detection rules. They handle some advanced threats, malware analysis, like and playbooks. They develop some playbooks. These are done by level 3 analyst.
Okay, what SIM tools are you aware of?
So come to sometimes I have worked with Splunk, and I know about IBM QRadar, Cortex, XIAM for
Okay.
real-time monitoring and detection of threats.
Can you tell me how SIM tools work? Splunk, especially
Yeah,
Splunk.
Splunk collects the data from various sources like servers, firewalls, endpoints for real-time monitoring, searching, monitoring, and visualization of security events. And it uses correlation rules and notify and alerts to notify the analyst, and also can log investigate. Splunk it is used for get the data for monitoring purpose and create some dashboards for visualization. These are done in the Splunk.
Okay. And for how long have you worked with Splunk?
For 1 year, I have 1 year I have worked with Splunk one.
Okay, I see. And can you tell me the difference between passive attack and active attack in cybersecurity?
Yeah, in passive attack is when attacker secretly monitor and listen to the communication without changing the data. And coming to active, the attackers will alter the damage the data, like they will modify the data.
Okay. So passive attacks are basically silent monitoring of what's happening in the network. Okay. They try to intercept the data without modifying it. And active attacks, as you said,
Attackers, they will
yeah,
modify the data.
data. Very good.
Yeah.
And can you explain the incident response life cycle? When you analyze that there has been an incident, how do you
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
with the
incidents
what do you do with the incident?
response life cycle is a structured approach cyber threats like brute force malware analysis. The main goal of incident response is to limit the damage and reduce the recovery time. Incident response life cycle contains mainly preparation, identification state, contamination, eradication, and recovery state.
Okay. Can you give me a real life example where you applied this life cycle in your work?
Yeah, in coming to real time, uh, think about an EDR, EDR, some EDR tool has alerted something that is multiple files getting encrypted, and SOC team SOC team got an alert, and SOC team has investigated the alert, and they have confirmed that it is a L1, true positive incident. Uh, Containment immediately isolating the endpoint immediately to prevent from the lateral movement. Uh, uh, to prevent the immediately isolating to prevent the lateral to spread to stop the spread of lateral movement, and patching the vulnerability, identifying the identifying the root cause, and deleting the file, and and after uh, and we store the systems after a thorough verification. Re-image the system if necessary, and if we come to, we will update the SIM rules to prevent further alerts further from same alerts. And we will sorry we will take some lessons. We will update the some about the fish, this type of alerts. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And have you had a phishing alert in real time?
Yeah, phishing alert means I got some scenario like someone forward me mail regarding that they got a mail that they are forced they are like change the password urgently, like that they got a mail. They forwarded us, and we started investigation on that. First I did an error analysis, and I found that I checked for IP reputation, and while doing the IP reputation, I found that DKM, DMARC, and SPF protocols showed some red flags, and also and also mismatch in return path and forwarded mail, and also I sandboxed the attachments, and in that I found that it is a newly created domain. I came to know that it is a some phishing attack. And I inquired for how many, nearly 15 people got those mails, and two of them has opened the mails, and we have isolated the systems, and we have educated them not to receive these kinds of mails. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So you told me that two people had clicked on the phishing email. So what
Yeah,
did you do after that? You educated them, and what other steps did you do?
yeah, we two of them have clicked that, so we have isolated those endpoints, and we performed a thorough scan and checked some network logs, and we forced to change their credentials, and we updated the SIM detection rules,
Okay. And did you
and we
also do?
documented the incident.
Okay, great. And did you also do multi-factor authentication review?
Yeah, we have done multi-factor authentication, but they are it is phishing in uh, sorry, ma'am.
Okay, no worries.
Using if you add multi-factor authentication, it will be like adding extra layer to security, ma'am.
Yeah. See, when you reset the password, then you check the login logs. You also review the multi-factor authentication. Then
Yeah,
you check for the account compromise. And
yeah,
if required, you also do conditional access review. So these are some of the things that we'll do once we identify that someone had clicked on the phishing email.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
can you explain me about brute force attack?
Yeah, ma'am. Brute force attack is where the attacker use multiple combinations of passwords, keys, until the correct one is guessed. This attack targets a weak or common passwords, those who keep some common passwords. Brute force attacks are mainly five types. They are simple brute force attack, simple hybrid brute force attack, and a simple brute force attack, hybrid brute force attack, uh, and some.
Okay. Can
Mhm.
you explain a brute force attack detection scenario? How would you detect a brute force attack in SIM, in SIM tool?
Yes, first I monitor for multiple failed login attempts from if it is from same IP address within a short period. Uh, I analyze logs from firewalls to identify user login patterns, ma'am. I also
Mhm.
check for account logouts. Once I detect, I isolated the affected account, and continuously monitoring and tuning detection rules help to reduce this type of false positive incidents.
Okay. And what if the attacker had used a different IP? If it's one IP, then it's easy. But what if the attacker had used different IPs? What would you do?
I look for patterns of failed logins sometimes across multiple IPs. Targeting if he is targeting from same user, look for patterns.
Okay, so you can do behavioral analytics and you can also
Yeah.
check for geo anomaly detection. Okay,
GeoIndex,
have
yeah.
you analyzed a malware alert from EDL?
Malware, till now I didn't analyze the malware, but I have a knowledge on it, ma'am. Wait, how to analyze.
Okay, can you?
Actually, for malware analysis, we use two types of malware. Actually, malware analysis, they are studying malicious software, how it is about its behavior and how it is affecting. And mainly we follow two steps. They are static analysis and dynamic analysis. In static analysis, without running the code, we analyze the thing malware. And dynamic analysis like cuckoo sandbox like that for analysis to understand its behavior and properties.
Okay. And is this how you do the malware analysis? Won't you check the file hash, check the parent process,
Yeah, actually, this
check command line arguments, network connections? Yeah, all these we would be doing, isn't it? Okay. And we were talking about multi-factor authentication. Can you explain the concept of MFA?
my MFA multi-factor authentication, ma'am. It is a security method that requires users to provide two or more verification. It is like it will add some extra layer to security, ma'am. This includes something like password and mobile authentication, and you can use fingerprint authentication for multi-purpose authentications.
Very
Uh,
good.
Using this, we can prevent unauthorized access. Even if the password is compromised, the attackers can't compromise your device because we are using multi-factor authentication.
Very good. So it is basically something you know, something you have, and something you are. So even if they can crack your password, they will not be able to
Able to,
compromise your account because the phone is with you or the token is with you. And
yeah,
one more layer like biometric data, that's also with you. That's
yes,
what you are. Okay.
yes.
And what is the difference between authentication and authorization?
Authentication and authorization. Actually, authentication is a very process verifying who the user is, and authentication is determine what an user is allowed to do, what
Okay,
he
which one?
can have.
Authentication or authorization?
Authentication authorization means user is allowed what he can do.
Very good. So authorization is what the user can do, whereas
Can do.
authentication is who a user is. Okay,
User is, yes.
login
Yes,
with the
ma'am.
username and password. And there's one more thing called accounting. What's accounting
Accounting.
or auditing?
Auditing means like it is nothing but tracking the records. We take an example in office. We have some auditing like things.
Hmm.
User or recording user activities. We say
Yeah, so that's you call it as AAA model,
auditing.
which is fundamental in access control. So you ensure that the access is controlled, monitored, as well audited across the systems using AAA. Okay. And what is a security baseline and why is that important?
What about my security baseline?
Security baseline.
Yes, security baseline means security baseline in the sense means minimum standards. I
Correct.
think so.
Yeah,
That
very
thing.
good. You're able to relate it. So when we say security baseline, that's a minimum acceptable level of security configuration you must have on your systems and devices.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that will act as a benchmark for comparison to detect any unauthorized changes or deviations. For example, if you talk about Windows security baseline, Then you enforce a password complexity, 12 digits, combination of lowercase, uppercase, and numerics, or you disable guest accounts, you limit admin privileges. So these are some of the Windows security baseline. Okay, so how do you find your SOC L1 analyst role? Because it's a 24/7 job, isn't it? How do you find that job?
Yeah, actually it is a 24/7 job, and I'm comfortable. I am also comfortable with work shifts because it is 24/7. We have to monitor the threats, what is happening. Uh, I see this role is an important responsibility to protect the organization assets. My experience in monitoring SIM tools and handling alerts to work effectively in 24/7 SOC environment. I am motivated by the challenges and the opportunities.
I see. That's interesting. But how do you handle night shifts and burnout?
Yes.
Did you hear my question?
Sorry, ma'am, didn't hear.
Yeah. How do you handle this night shift and the burnout? Because you are doing a monotonous job, isn't it? You keep watching for alerts. You need to analyze a lot of log files. So how do you handle the burnout?
Mainly focusing on importance of my work in protecting the organization from threats, ma'am. And I will take some short breaks during the shifts to refresh my minds. Setting and motivating and setting some small goals like improving some alerts, alert response time. If we take more time for one alert and improving in that next time by next time. And we'll collaborating with teams and continuously learning about new threats.
Okay. Since you said you're collaborating with teams, can you talk about a real life scenario where you analyzed an alert, cooperated with the other team members, and you did something very successful?
I analyze the log from endpoints firewalls, ma'am. If it is an true positive incident, will escalate to L1 and network team for further investigation. And I collaborated closely with network team to block like suspicious IPs. Yeah.
Okay. Say
We'll
for
forward.
example, okay, say for example, you made a mistake and you closed a real alert as false positive.
Okay.
Has that happened? Did you understand my question?
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay, imagine you closed a real alert as a false positive, which was a mistake. Has that happened to you?
No, I think this thing is not happened for me because I thoroughly check the alert whether it is a true positive or not. It's not. If it is mistaking a real alert as a false positive, and in the case, I will immediately reopen the case and notify to my team.
Okay, whom will you
and
notify?
will perform. Like a higher levels, higher like will notify to L2s and supervisors.
Okay, and what would you do next?
And I will perform a reinvestigation of the alert, reviewing all the alerts, and will collaborate to L2 and L3 for containment and remediation actions, and will document the process.
Okay. Let me ask you another scenario. You're handling 20 alerts, okay, at the moment, and your manager is escalating a P1 incident. What would you do? You're already handling 20 alerts, but now your manager has escalated a P1 incident. So what would you do?
Yeah, I would prioritize the new based on the severity and impact to the existing alerts. I will access the critical alerts first, and decide which need immediate attention. Mainly I focus on highest priority incidents first.
Okay, that's nice. And how do you keep yourself updated, Sagar? Because security landscape is evolving and emerging every day, every second, isn't it? So how do you keep yourself updated?
Yeah, I regularly follow some some security news and threat intel feeds, and follow common vulnerabilities and as common vulnerabilities alerts, and regularly practice labs. Uh, and this keeps me updated in the new alerts and SOC environment.
Okay. And what have you done in reality? Have you been doing all these things, or you think you have to do it? You have to start it.
Yeah, in reality, I mainly follow some security news websites. Mainly I follow practice labs regarding to improve my skills,
Mhm.
and participate some. No, only one have done the like practice some participate in thread hunting exercise,
Okay. And
and
how confident are you in threat hunting? Because that's the next level, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
So how confident are you in threat
In
hunting?
in threat hunting, mainly use my threat attacks techniques, ma'am.
Mhm.
Actually, it is a proactive process of identifying the hidden threats that
Mm.
are lurking inside the organization. Um, I use um, intelligent tools and IOCs. So, I'm still practicing on threat hunting.
Okay. And do you read any blogs, security blogs?
Security blocks. Uh,
Online reading?
I follow some websites and vulnerabilities,
Mm.
and some blogs like an attack techniques.
Okay. All right. And what's your future goal? How do you want to see yourself in next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I have to be a senior SOC analyst or SOC lead, and I have to handle the complex incidents independently, and work with blue team and threat intel teams, and develop the some correlation rules and playbooks, and help the L1 and L2s like who are contributing to the organization.
Hmm. Okay. Well then, thank you so much, Sagar. Thank you so much for participating in the mock interview.